Hondurans react to the announcement that Juan Orlando Hernandez is back as president. Supporters of his challenger, Salvador Nasralla, are convinced of electoral fraud and convinced they can stop Hernandez from taking office. This is the moment the announcement was broadcast to the nation.
After computing all of the ballots, after resolving all the challenges, the tribunal has got the final results, and we make this known to the Honduran people in this declaration. For the President of the Republic, we have the National Party of Honduras, Juan Orlando Hernandez, with 42.95%.
It was meant to put an end to 3 weeks of unrest after Nasralla challenged the result. Initial counts suggested the leftist candidate had won. Then the tally was reversed, giving Conservative Hernandez a slim lead. On Sunday, Nasralla flew to Washington, D.C. to argue his case for a new election, updating his supporters on the way.
The struggle continues and will continue. Any of the things that are scheduled shouldn't be surprised if they are, obviously, peaceful.
His backer, former President Manuel ZELAYA, wasn't so diplomatic.
The Electoral Court imposes a fraud in favor of Juan Orlando Hernandez, and violent popular action will change that vote for Salvador Nasralla.
The vote was contentious long before it was held. Hernandez's opponents argue he should never have run. The Honduran constitution limits presidents to 1 term, but 2 years ago the Supreme Court, dominated by judges appointed by Hernandez, ruled the term limits don't apply to him. Then came the allegations of voting irregularities.
The Electoral Observer Mission has observed a process of low electoral quality and therefore cannot settle the doubts over what has been announced.
The Organization of American States is calling for a new election, but President Hernandez's party is defiant.
The Electoral Court, as the only electoral authority, brings the final and definitive result. For that reason, the Organization of American States or another institution cannot say anything different about the story.
But his words appear to change little on the streets where there is no certainty. The division between Hernandez and Nasralla is increasingly entrenched, with more protests planned. Charlotte Bellis, Al Jazeera.